Welcome to the Epic Success Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Shannon Irvin. Today, I'm going to do a quick shorty episode all around getting started in the coaching business online or getting traction. So if you're listening to this and you've been considering getting in the coaching industry, maybe you've been listening to podcasts, dabbling, getting inspired, or you've taken the leap and you're trying to grow your coaching business, but you're not quite getting that traction, then this podcast episode is for you. These are going to be 3 things you need to think about and decide upon as you're entering into the billion-dollar coaching industry, which, by the way, in the last 6 months has grown over 22%. So in the face of all the negative news, when there's challenges, people really want coaches, whether it's health coaches to get them to their best health, business coaches to help their businesses, life coaches to help them in their life, relationship coaches, but they're really investing right now in not the frivolous things, but in the things that will move them forward. And here's the exciting thing for you. If you're listening to this and you're thinking about getting in the coaching industry, or you're in and you're just wanting to get some traction to be known as a coach in the niche and to sell your coaching and to be able to start to replace your 9-to-5 income and eventually leave that 9-to-5 and embark upon your own business where you are able to truly create a life that you've always wanted. And so that's what I want to talk about today. So here's the 3 key things for you as a coach or someone's getting started as a coach. And the first key is to understand, what is it that's really calling you to coach? Like, what is it? What area of your life do you feel like you could be a good coach in? What is the area that you're most interested in, most passionate about? I don't want you looking into what everybody else says that is the coaching thing that you should be doing. I want you to center into your heart and really ask the question, what am I passionate about? What have I gone through? And what do I want to help people with? Those 3 questions will spark in you what I believe is your God-given calling, because our past or our mess becomes our mission. And we've been indoctrinated somewhat through our educational system and even the online world to not trust our intuition and to be looking externally for validation and permission. And I want to talk about this today, this leaning into the inner part of your heart and asking these 3 key questions. What am I excited about? What lights me up? What am I passionate about? Are you Googling health biohacking? Are you Googling, like, what are you spending your time Googling? Because that's going to give you a little indication of what you're most passionate about. And it's also going to give you a great indication about what people need help with. So if you're always Googling health things, or you're always going on business podcasts, or you're always listening to life coaching and personal development, those kind of things, these are clues to how God has put in the desire in your heart, right? So don't ignore your passions, and also don't ignore your past. Your past is a clue to what you get to serve through. And a lot of times when we go through things in our past, we overcome things from our past, we go through experiences, we tend to want to close that door and not think about it anymore. But here's what I want to propose to you. When you've struggled and passed something, that gives you insight, knowledge, understanding. And the thing that I talk to my certified coaches about all the time is people are looking for someone who's been through what they've been through, that has a way out, that knows the right way to coach. And we're going to talk about that in a free live training coming up, and is really focused on helping people get results. So if you've got that kind of big heart where you just are always helping people and you love being able to give the best tips, the best tricks, and you're always wanting people to know what you know so that they can go faster, that's a great sign that you were destined, you were called to be a coach. And so I just really wanted this shorty episode to be one that sparks those questions inside of you. What am I passionate about? What have I gone through that I feel like I've moved past? I always say we coach from the wound, not from the scar, right? No, say that the other way around. The scar, not the wound. We always coach from the vantage point of being healed past the scenario, right? So what have you gone through that could really help someone? And in what area do you feel just so drawn to help people? Like you just can't help yourself from helping people? Is it in parenting? Is it in relationships? What area? And if you've already picked your coaching niche and you're just getting started, but you're maybe have a client or two, but you're not getting the traction that you want, the challenge there is, did we really investigate all three of these questions? And did we micro niche? Now, these are some of the things we're going to deep dive in the live free brand new training that I'm doing just for those that are looking to become coaches or that already are. And it's called Called to Coach. And the idea of this is really tapping into the billion-dollar coaching industry and honestly building into the best career ever. Whether you're still working at a 9-to-5 right now and trying to get this side hustle coaching to be your full-time thing, or you're thinking about just getting started as a coach, this free live training, I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know, from how to break into the business, what title you should have as a coach, choosing your coaching niche and knowing exactly who to coach, to how to find those clients in an easy and simple way. And then, of course, the third component that we're going to cover in this live free training is, now that you know who you're coaching and now you know where they are, how do we actually offer our coaching? How do we have an irresistible offer that we can offer those folks that will just have them lining up at the door saying yes? So that's what we're going to be doing during my 3-day free live training called Called to Coach. So the link's down in the show notes or in the notes in the comments. So make sure you grab a seat to that. That gets started this week on Thursday. So make sure you're there. And we're going to do 3 days of training between last week or this week and next week. And I cannot wait to really share with you what's working right now in this economy, in this era, this post-COVID era, which is very different for coaches than it was pre-COVID. So we're going to be diving into that and really, how can you get into the industry, get known in the industry, and create a life through your coaching business that creates freedom to be at your kids' games, freedom to show up for things for your kids whenever you want, freedom to go to jump in the car and go to the beach and know you can have that kind of freedom from somebody else's dream and create your own. So that's what we're going to be doing in that live free training. I would love for you to be ready with these 3 questions. Just start thinking, grab a journal and start thinking about those 3 questions. What am I passionate about? What have I been through that I could help people with? And where am I really feeling called to serve all the time? Where am I helping people all the time? Those are going to be clues to your best coaching career ever. All right. Like I said, this is a shorty. Make sure you click the link and get your seat to the free live event Called to Coach. I can't wait to see you there live. And I will see you next week on the Epic Success Podcast. Bye for now.